Hello and welcome to Awesome Toys TV. Today we are reviewing the new Gundam Build Real live action series. The show just streamed on YouTube 4 hours ago, and if you're wondering, hey, can I watch it on YouTube now as well? The answer is unfortunately no. You will be greeted with a country blog page on YouTube because the show is now only available in Japan. There's probably two good reasons for that. Maybe number one, the subtitles are not ready yet, or number two, they are streaming or broadcast rights on YouTube outside of Japan. I don't know, but I managed to bypass the country blog and I watched the first episode, so I'm here to share with you my review of episode 1 without any spoilers. So yeah, don't worry about it, no spoilers coming from my side here. Now let's talk about episode 1. Obviously, first episode is gonna be a little bit slow, at least for the first half, because they're setting up the stage of what the show is all about, who the main characters are, and what are their characters, their traits, their quirks, and what did they do in the past that would influence their decisions in the current present moment of Gundam fights. So it's actually quite interesting to see that. But in terms of actors and actresses, as I mentioned in my previous video, none of them really stand out. Maybe because it's still episode 1, so let's hold on to that thought. But if you're accustomed to see wild, crazy characters, over-the-top characters as what we've seen from the anime series, don't expect to see those in the real life drama of Gundam Build Real. So they are keeping it real. You're not going to see any crazy guys shouting on top of their lungs or people with wild, crazy hairs as what we've seen in the anime. Okay, so that's in terms of the actors. Now let's talk about the second half. Second half, you actually see the first battle. Obviously, we already know that the kid that's going to be introduced in the first episode is the upgraded real grade Gundam RX-70-2, and he is actually battling a real grade unicorn slash banshee hybrid. So if you look at the production notes of the first episode, that's what they actually listed it out, and it's actually quite interesting to see this combination of banshee unicorn hybrid in the first episode. Yeah, so that's quite interesting. I was actually expecting to see the real grade Zaku in episode 1, so at least they mix up the formula a little bit. In terms of the action, well, they actually take place in a real world environment. So what happened is they actually used drones to map out the topography of certain city or place in Japan, and the battle actually is between two CGI rendering of Gundam or other mobile suits in the show. So that kind of reminded me of the level of quality of what we've seen from Ready Player One, and that's actually a very good bonus. I wouldn't say that it is the same level of CGI production as Ready Player One, but they do come real damn close as what we've seen in the first episode. So that's actually a very good bonus. You won't actually get to see the gunpla battle table as what we've seen from the anime itself. So the budget they have put in that for the props, for the setting, is actually not that great. So I'm actually quite glad that they actually put in all the budget into the CGI battles between the Gundam and also the unicorn slash banshee hybrid. So I think episode 1 gives us a very good taste of what we can expect more from this series. Okay, now let's talk about the other tidbits as well, right? So in the entire show, as I mentioned before in my previous video, what puzzled me the most was how they managed to film the entire show of all the characters managing, handling, posing with the real grade RX-70-2 without any parts broken or any parts being loose, jangling. So yeah, that was actually the biggest surprise I have in the show. So kudos to the producers for managing to film with the RX-70-2 somehow without any issues, or maybe those are the NG clips that we'll see in the near future. It is also actually quite fun to see all the real world gunpla kits being featured in episode 1 as well. So for example, in episode 1, some of the main characters visited the hobby store. You can see a cabinet full of gunpla kits. You can also see the hobby store owner building his own gunpla kit as well, which is of course a Zaku gunner. Looks very cool but a little bit blurred, but yeah, that's the other thing that I see as well, right? And the other thing of interest was towards the end of the show, I also spotted the main character using steel rack to store his gunpla and his tools. just exactly as the video that I put out just a couple of days ago about how you should use a steel rack system to store your gunpla kits without worrying or damaging them, and in the same process saving space as well. So yeah, that was actually quite interesting tidbits and answer for me. So what can we expect in episode 2? Well, there's going to be a lot more new characters going to be revealed, and of course we will see the real great Zaku making an appearance in the battle in episode 2. So when will the global release of Gundam Build Real be on YouTube? That is something that I can't tell you for now, but what I can do tell you is when the show is available on YouTube for all countries, you can find out here on our channel first. So do stay tuned, and the first battle on episode 1 between the Unicorn Banshee Hybrid versus the RX-70-2 Real Great Gundam as well was quite fun to watch with a twist in the end, so wait for it. If you love Ichiban Kuji and Gundam, well, finally something new is coming up in October 2021. This is the new Masterlise, or is it Masterlise mechanics. October 2021, I am looking forward to this because the concept design and also design direction is under the supervision of Naoki-san. If you don't know who Naoki is, well, go and Google his build. His builds are awesome, and this time around we have Freedom in a deactive mode, RX-70-2, and also RX-70-2 in G3 colors. So I managed to see some of the pictures of the actual build themselves, the actual figure themselves here, because these are ready-made figures that you don't need to build. And standing at 22 centimeters tall, these guys are going to be somewhere in between a master grade and also a perfect grade size. So that is the scale of the Masterlise Mechanics Gundam figure coming in from Ichiban Kuji. And of course, if you know Ichiban Kuji well, you don't actually get to buy this. So Ichiban Kuji, of course, is a lottery system, and you might have to spend quite a lot to actually get these 4 figures. I've always been a big fan of Naoki-san's build. They are edgy, they are boxy, and they have the right proportions to it that I really dig. So this time around, it definitely does look very, very unique with the G3 colors RX-70-2. That is something that I actually really want, but this being a Ichiban Kuji, it's gonna be a little bit hard to attain, or maybe it's gonna be a little bit pricey as well. In terms of details, I don't recall the last time I saw a Masterlise mechanic product from Ichiban Kuji that has so much detail and texture. So yeah, man, I think Naoki-san and his team definitely did an awesome job in putting up the concept and design for the Masterlise Mechanic Gundam Ichiban Kuji, coming in October 2021. So do stay tuned and start saving up for these guys. Also coming very soon, our expansion pack for the Windham and also the Dagger L High Grade under Premium Bandai. Unfortunately, I don't know the pricing or even the release dates as of now because I can't find the product page information on Premium Bandai for some reason. Maybe it's hidden somewhere somehow, but this guy is definitely coming out somewhere in Q3 or Q4 this year. So do look it out if you already have purchased the Dagger L and also the high grade Windham before this. So that's our video for today, folks. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you guys would continue watching our channel for all the latest Gunpla news and collectible news as well. I, for me, am waiting for next week's episode 2 of Gundam Build Real. So if you want to see our review, stay tuned to our channel, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the comment section below.